What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Alright, my friends, so welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another Midday Monologue Monday. I want to give a great big shout out to everyone that's been subscribing to Two Gun Pixie, watching our videos, commenting, liking, and sharing them. That is really awesome. Thank you everyone for doing that. So here we are, as I said, for another Midday Monologue Monday. And this is a really strange topic. This actually came up in passing a number of weeks ago with the 20-Sided Warriors when they were over at my place at the Nerd Wasteland, and we were doing some gaming. And this subject came up, and I thought it was really interesting. So I figured, might as well share it, might as well vlog about it. So this is a strange subject indeed. Games I play that I don't play to win. What? No, seriously. And I didn't consider this until the conversation came up. There are certain games that I play, that I own, that I am not gaming to win. I know this is really strange, right? Because one thinks to themselves that that's the purpose of playing a game, is to win. Not me, not always. That's why I was making all that noise. City background, my friends. So, yeah, there are games in my collection that I have that, as far as I'm concerned, their purpose is not to be won. Yeah. Let me explain this. Let me explain myself before I get into it. Now, anyone that knows me personally, or if you've watched Who the Heck is Big Johnny G video, then you know that I'm not a sports guy. I've never cared for sports. Now, my father did. And my dad loved his sports. He loved baseball, and he loved football particularly. Liked a little hockey, liked a little basketball. My father had his favorite teams. Being a New Yorker, like, let's take baseball, for example. My dad was a Yankee fan. He loved the Yankees. He wanted to see his team win. I remember one day when I was little, the Yankees won big. Might have been a complete blowout, actually. And my father wasn't happy. I remember asking him, Dad, it's your team. They won. Why aren't you happy? And what my father told me really struck home. He was happy that his team won, but he wasn't happy with the game. The game was boring. There was no excitement to it. And I understood what he meant. And I still do to this day. There are games, whether it's a sports game or otherwise, that sometimes it's really just a matter of fun. So I've noticed that there are games in my collection, games that I own, that's the entire reason why I play them. I play them for fun. Yeah! Not to win. All right, looks like I'm winning right now. Looks like there's a spot open on the bench. So why don't we go down and talk about this strange topic about games I play that I don't plan on winning. I just play because they're fun. Do you got games like that? Well, why don't we talk about some of the games in my collection that I'm thinking of right now. So I'll see you all down at the bench. All right, got a spot on the bench. All right, so let's talk about this really strange subject about board games I play. Board games I love playing, but I don't play to win. I know, that's a weird concept, isn't it? I mean, like, the number one thing, how's it going? The number one thing that you want to do when you play a game is you want to win. So it must sound strange that here I am telling you that I play board games. I love playing certain board games, and my goal isn't to win. Now, if I win, that's great. It's not like I'm playing to lose. There's a difference. There's a big difference between playing to lose and playing so you're not looking forward to it. It's even a weird way of saying it. Some games are played just to play the game. Now, I definitely had to make a few notes on the subject because it is kind of strange. So why don't we go over and talk about this and see exactly what it is I mean. And if you, A, understand what I'm saying, and B, do you agree? Are there games that you play that you don't necessarily play to win? Let's examine this, because it is strange. All right, so I have a list of a few games, and as I was making the list, I realized that they're sort of in categories. So why don't we just start like that? Now, the first category I want to talk to is there's two games I have that I love playing that are prime examples of this. And that's that they fall into the category that I like playing these games for one simple reason. They're a fun ride. They really are. Some games you just want to experience. And the two games that I know in my collection that I enjoy playing that definitely fall into this category would be Betrayal at the House on the Hill by Avalon Hill, and by Z-Man Games, the Choose Your Own Adventure book games. Now, both of these are prime examples of just experiencing what I said, having a fun ride with the game, seeing where it takes you. And that is, to me, with those two games, that is the most fun I have with them, is just experiencing this, going through this, seeing where the game takes me. I love that feeling. Like with Betrayal, in the core game alone, there's 50 different possibilities of endings. And every single one of them is different and unique. From a cult to ghost possession. There was a giant rock that stole the house, and we had to fight each other for parachutes to get away. There's always something different. And if you get the sequel, the expansion, Widow's Walk, there's like another 50 right there. Now, I think to a slightly lesser degree, but pretty much the same, would be Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, because that is the same setup, but in Forgotten Realms campaign setting for Dungeons and Dragons. So I mean, they tweak it a little bit, so it still has some of the horrific horror aspects to it, and of course both games, like in the title Betrayal, one of the players, you don't know who until the specific incident happens, one of the players will end up being a betrayer. So that also adds into the whole experience of having fun on this ride. Who's going to be the betrayer? We don't know. It's not like a lot of other games that use a betrayer mechanism where the player knows, even if the others don't, obviously, the player who is the betrayer knows, because they got a card or something at the beginning of the game that signifies that they are playing against the other players. But not in Betrayal. In Betrayal, you don't know until the incident happens about halfway through the game. That's great. What a fun ride. And same thing with the Choose Your Own Adventure books, with the games that Z-Man has. House of Danger and then War with the Evil Power Master is, you don't know what's going on. And even if you've played it once through already, there's always going to be chapters that you might not have hit that you can go back and try again and get that oh wow factor from just experiencing the story of it all. And that gives you such a fun ride that I don't care. I don't care. If I play those games and I don't win, I don't care, because they're still fun. And that is the real purpose of a game. Not winning. It's having fun. Now, two other categories that games fall under that I regularly have this feeling of, I don't care if I win, I just want to play because it's a fun game, would be great stories. There are some board games out there that are very story-enhanced games, that the strong point to the game is following the unfolding story. Now, two great examples of this in my collection that I absolutely love is by Everything Epic. There's a horror game called Coma Ward. And it's a little similar to Betrayal in the sense that it's done in two parts. And the first part is very investigatory, while the second part is the reveal. What's going on? Why are you in this hospital? Why do you have no memory? Why is there no one else here except you and a few other patients? And every story is unique and different. But this is more than just seeing the fun ride through. This is the actual story. The way these stories are written is fantastic. They're like reading little novellas. They're so much fun. Eldritch Horror by Fantasy Flight Games. Now that's another one that is so completely story-driven. Each of the old ones, the elder beings that you're going to choose from to combat, or actually more precisely to keep from entering into this world, they all have their own fixed deck of cards, of rumor cards and story cards. So each and every one of them is going to be a unique story all in and of itself that you're going to get to experience. Win or lose, these stories that I've encountered so far and the 20-sided warriors have played with me are amazing. So well written and thought out. So much fun. Actually, there's another one I can think of, Fallen Land by Fallen Dominion Studios. This is a post-apocalyptic game. This is a sandbox game. So it actually could have fit into the next category, which is Sandbox Games. I don't know why I have this misplaced on the list that I'm reading from, that I'm using as a guideline, but yes, Fallen Land by Fallen Dominion Studios, post-apocalyptic game. Now this story is a little bit deeper. Maybe that's why I separated it. That's probably why I separated it, because this is specifically stories, and every card is a bit of that tale that's being told. And it seems even more like a story than the other games, because you're not playing a character in Fallen Land. You are playing a team of survivors that have left the safety of your area that you and the others have built up, this new civilization, and you and this group, there's a total of 5, go out into the Fallen Land to try to get resources and equipment, maybe take out other colonists that have survived for their stuff. And if they die, you get to replace them. So it's this ongoing story. And the characters in this story kind of give it an almost The Walking Dead feel, because your characters are going to die during the story and new ones are going to keep coming into that story. And that is so much fun. I could play Fallen Land just to see how the stories unfold. It is such an amazing tale-telling, story-reading game. I love it so much. As I said, so the last category here is specifically sandbox games. Now, I think every sandbox game I've ever played would definitely fit into the category of games I don't play to win. I just play to have fun with. But the three that stick out most, specifically because they're sandbox games, would be Merchants and Marauders by Z-Man Games. That's a great one. Now, all of these sandbox games, the thing that they seem to have in common is they take me on an adventure. Very similar to unfolding a story, but a little bit different. Because with these, I feel like I'm part of it more so than the other games. Xia, Legend of a Drift System by Far Off Games. This is, Merchants and Marauders is Age of Sail with pirates and merchants and stuff. Xia is sci-fi. Now, the big difference is, like, in Merchants and Marauders, with the exception of the first round, maybe the first 2 rounds, where I go around just trying to make some money. I just grab some stuff, sell some stuff, make some money, upgrade my ship. But after that, all I want to do is grab like the rumor cards, go on adventures. I don't care about piracy. I don't care about trading. I just want to see what these adventure cards are. Now with Xia, it's very similar, but there's also this whole sense of exploration that I love. From from revealing the next tile to the next tile and seeing what's... I mean, the very first game I ever played, first thing I did was I just, I want to investigate. That's it. I'm just going to zoom off right in. I'm not even going to investigate first. I'm just going to zoom into the new tile, flip it over and see what happens. And it was a sun. It was a sun. Boom! Right into a sun. I mean, that's fun. That is absolutely fun. I learned my lesson. I was a little more careful after that. Now, the other game that falls into this same category, and it's a sandbox game of going on adventure and dealing with rumors and quests, kind of things like that, is Western Legends by Colossal Games. This Old West game lets you, through a board game, live the life of somebody from the mid to late 1800s America in the Old West. In fact, it's specifically real life characters like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday and so many others. I can't remember the names, and I would just go off rambling anyway. But you get the idea that you get to play these actual characters, and they have cards that let you know that you'll get extra points at the end of the game if you do this, that, and the other thing, and those kind of simulate a little bit the real life example of what these individuals did. But you don't got to follow that. You can do whatever you want. If you decide that you think that Jesse James should be a gold miner and a cattle rancher, go right ahead. Do it. See where that adventure takes you. And that's what it is. It's a Wild West cowboys and Indians adventure. And I don't care if I win. I don't. I'm just playing to have fun. 3, 6, 8. That was 8 games. That was 8 games that I thought of between last night and this morning while I was getting things ready for this, that really do fit into the category of board games I love playing. I totally enjoy playing, but I don't care if I win. I'm just there for the ride. I'm there for the adventure. I'm there for the story. You know what I mean? You have any games like that? I can't be alone in this. Are there any games that you have enjoyed playing or you regularly do play, maybe you own, that you don't care if you win? Because the game itself is so much fun. Well, if there are, let me know what they are. Put it down in the comments and let me see what games it is that you enjoy playing. And you don't care if you win, because it's such a fun ride. It's such a good story. It's such an adventure. I think that's why I do like calling board games tabletop adventures. All right, well, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for joining me here on the bench and listening to me ramble off on this, dare I say, crazy idea? That is very cool. Not as cool as everyone that's been going over to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and checking out and seeing what the drops are over there, what we're doing over there. Very nice. Thank you so much. I mean, not compared to everyone that's been going over to the Zazzle store and checking out what Two Gun Pixie has over there on our print on demand with our hats and shirts and hoodies and sandals and mouse pads and anything else I could slap an image on, So thank you. Even if you didn't buy anything, thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your time and looking to see if there's anything there. That's really cool. Thank you so much. And as you all know, the biggest thank you goes to all of you for coming right here to our home on YouTube. You subscribe to Two Gun Pixie, you watch the videos, you comment, you like, and when we're lucky, you subscribe. Thank you so much, because that is the best thank you that you can give us, is to subscribe. That tells other people that you think that we're worthy of their time as much as we were of yours. You're all too awesome for words. Well, I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. And my friends, I am out of here.